Welcome back to WTOL 11 Your Day. Is it that time? Time for new wheels? There are plenty of choices. New, late model, used, maybe buying from a private owner. Well, Haynes of the Better Business Bureau has a warning for all of us this morning. Good morning. Thanks for joining us today.
Good morning. Thanks for having us, Amanda.
Absolutely. We know right now that new cars, used cars, I mean, when you go to a car dealership, it's hard to find a vehicle because of that chip shortage.
It really is very difficult. Oftentimes you'll go by a lot and you'll see no cars or just a few cars. And, we're being told the chip shortage or production issues or perhaps no workers. And then there are those private dealers and sometimes individuals that are selling and they know the atmosphere, and so they're bumping up the price a little bit more than what we'd like to see. But all of these things combined make it ripe atmosphere for scammers and people that are in a desperate need of car. I mean, living in Toledo, Ohio, and in this area, you need a vehicle to get around.
Right.
And we don't want to see people fall for fake ads, for sure.
Yeah, what are these types of scams that we're seeing right now?
Well, what we're seeing, and it's nothing really new, but it's been exacerbated by the pandemic, is that we see scammers take photos from old ads, months-old ads, sometimes even year-old ads, and they place them in there. The description is there, and the vehicles is offered to you as an individual, and you're in need, desperate need, so you send in an offer. But what you want to do as a buyer is you want to test drive the car. You want to see the car. Can I come see it? Well, in this atmosphere, with COVID being prevalent, even though we're hoping that it's on the way out, all of a sudden the seller was like, well, you can't see the vehicle. I can't get it to you. My mother has COVID. You don't want to touch the car for a while, that type of thing. And it's important that you inspect a car. One thing that's contributing to this problem is the fact that during the pandemic, we got really comfortable more than the norm in purchasing online. We're buying our groceries, all kinds of small products, and that's making us more and more comfortable of purchasing from someone that you've never seen, a business that you've never been to. But all you have to do is click that button and you're going to get the vehicle that you want. It's kind of an interesting situation.
Right. So what are some red flags that we should be watching out for in terms of those ads that we're seeing online?
Well, number one, Amanda, is always the fact that the vehicle is offered almost always far below market value price. And there's usually a story that goes with it. I've suddenly been deployed overseas, or there's been a difficult time in the family, there's been a divorce, I need the money, I have to sell the vehicle quickly. And also that red flag is that the seller can't meet you, can't show you the vehicle, but they say, what we'd like you to do is send your money to an escrow account because you feel protected by that. And the money will sit there, and once you get the vehicle, the money will be released to us. So you have that online security. And many times you don't. A scammer will use, let's say, eBay. They'll use the logo of eBay, and they'll tell you that you're using eBay escrow, and you're not. It's a fake escrow. And you've looked at the car, you've seen the car, you've offered, you've sent money, it's sitting there in escrow, and then you're waiting, and all of a sudden the quote escrow account disappears of the funds, and you have no car.
Oh, no.
And it's impossible, nearly impossible to get your money back, Amanda.
Yeah, I mean, where do you even track it down? These folks probably live out of the country somewhere, you have no idea. So, I mean, the safest thing to do is just make sure that you're doing your homework and, dealing with a reputable seller.
Most definitely. The thing is, you're always careful about when you're making a purchase, but when you're making a purchase that's a massive hit to your budget, you have to force yourself to do due diligence. Don't fall for something that is probably too good to be true, because it's probably too good to be true. And if you are caught in the mix, or you suspect that, make sure to report it. Report it to your local law enforcement or to the FTC. the Federal Trade Commission, or the FBI Internet Crime Complaint Center, which is ic3.gov on the internet. And of course, to Better Business Bureau, to our scam tracker device that helps pick out those issues so no one else is falling for something like this.
Right, we can, get the warning out there for other folks. Jean, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Great tips.
Thank you.
Yep, take care.